Welcome. As you can see, I'm in the bit of a audio home theater remodel. But I did want to do a quick video on this as far as an unboxing, and I might do a second part, or maybe I'll just include it in this video of an actual review of it once I get everything set up. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But let's open this up. AC Infinity. This is their Aircom T9 component cooling. What this is for is cooling a powered amplifier or a receiver, something of that nature that gets a little bit hot, and you use something like this to cool it down. And there's a very specific reason I went with this particular model. I will go over that when I actually do a kind of a review of it. But let's just open it up so you can kind of see what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to pause this, get it all out of the box, and then we'll continue. So here's the unit. I got the T9, so it has the fans on the top. It's got a digital display on the front. Let's do this. Everybody loves this. Let's see if I can get this on camera. I really need like a GoPro or something. Alright. Focus. Why? Alright, here we go. There we go. But yeah, it's got a digital display. Supposedly it's got warning beeps, and you can set custom temperatures and whatnot. But we will definitely go over more of that once I get it all set up. But for now, let's take a break and come back, and hopefully I will have all this set up by then. And we're back. As you can see, things look a little different than where I left off. This is like day 2. This is the second day, but I've gotten a lot accomplished in that time. As you can see, I got my AC Infinity unit in place. I really like this thing. I can really tell it does make a difference. These Marantz AVRs do tend to run a bit hot, and this thing is keeping it nice and cool. Like I said, there was a specific reason why I chose the T9 instead of the T8, or I think it's the T10 as well, and that's because it has the top exhaust. The reason why I like the top exhaust is because the other ones are blower style. So in order to keep the units cool, they are going to be a little louder, and also they're not going to move as much heat away from the unit. Now, if you have a situation where you have your AV equipment inside of a cabinet and you don't have a lot of space above your unit and you need to exhaust the heat from the front or the back, then those are excellent choices for that. But if you have the space, you're going to want to go with the T9. If it's open on top and you got the space, just go with the T9, because it's also going to allow for that heat to rise and passively cool itself, as well as let the fans pull the air away from the unit. That's just like big reveal, big reveal. My MM7055 power amplifier. I was actually able to get this from a guy by the name of Trevor. He sold it to me. It is used, but there again, like I think I said in previous videos, I'm not trying to spend outrageous amounts of money on all this. He gave me a great deal on this unit. It does have, you know, a little scratch here, and there's some scratches on top and things like that, but you know, for the price I paid, I cannot complain. By the way, Trevor does run a home automation and home theater business. So if you want to check him out, you can check him out at My AV Life. Real good guy. But we're here to talk about the AC Infinity right now. I may end up getting a secondary AC Infinity to cool this one though. If I do, that's where I might choose either a T8 or T10 unit, just because there isn't as much clearance above between the amplifier. But in doing that, I'm also planning on upgrading my stand here to something a little bit bigger. I might even go for a full-blown rack and rack mount everything. Not sure yet which direction I want to take that. If y'all want to make some suggestions, please put them in the comments. They are welcome. But yeah, that's what I've been working on, and this is how I got everything put together from where I had everything torn apart. The one thing I do like about this shelf, and it's from NavPoint, is it is adjustable. Before I had the larger area on the shelf on the bottom, but I wanted to bring these two closer together just because I like the way it looks aesthetically. Having that matching setup, I just like the way that looks, and it sounds amazing. There again, I made another discovery when I added that amp that, you know, my speakers just came alive all over again. Still a work in progress, but they came alive all over again, and I'm just discovering new things every time I make an upgrade. But yeah, this I'm really loving my setup the way it is right now, and I got some future plans. I'm gonna add in a DSP. Gonna add in a couple of other things, but this Aircom T9, a must-have. You got to have that. If you're going to be running these AVRs and receivers, I highly recommend it. It's actually running right now, and you can't even hear it, I don't think. Like I said, these fan style one is a lot quieter than the blower style. Focus. On the front of the unit, you got a couple of buttons. It's in smart right now, so when it's in smart, I can adjust the let's see, the temperature. You can see it up there changing up here in the corner right here. That I want it to kind of keep the amp below. Right now it's sitting at 80 degrees, so it is doing its job, and it'll just kind of moderate the speed of the fans based on the temperature as it rises. You can go over here and hit the menu button and change it to on. And that just runs the fans at whatever speed you put it on. As you adjust these, adjust the fan speed. See, now I think you can probably hear it because it ramped up. And you can just adjust the fan speed. You can set it to off, and the fans will just cut off. And you can set it to alarm, where it'll actually just alarm. It'll sound off whenever it reaches the temperature that you're not comfortable with. I like to keep mine, or you can do auto, and it'll just cut the fans on when it hits that temperature. I like to keep mine on smart. I feel like that's going to preserve my system the best. And when it cuts all the way off and cools down, it actually cuts the fans completely off. So it's kind of like having an auto on-off feature in that way, and you know, it'll run until the unit cools back down after use. So I really like that. I guess you would say it's smart, just like the name implies. If you don't like how bright the display is, you can change that. There's an eco button here. If you press it, you can change it. You can even turn it off, but it's still running. The fans are still running while the display's off. And then if you want, I believe if you press and hold this button, it will change it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I'm going to change it back to Fahrenheit. And then this button, if you press and hold it, it'll actually lock the unit. So now if you have little people in your house, they can't come pressing the buttons on your AC Infinity and mess something up. Which I actually may leave it locked from now, because I do have a little one that runs around my house. But he doesn't really press buttons. He's pretty good about that. But these are my first impressions of the AC Infinity unit. Oh, before I forget, around the back side, let's see if I can kind of angle the camera so you can see. You do have two USB ports here. This camera never focuses. you do have 2 USB ports here where you can add additional fans if you like. So you can actually expand on this unit too and add more fans to your setup if you need to. And besides that, it just has the plug-in for your AC unit or the power supply. And that's it. I hope you like this video. If you want to see more about the AC Infinity, or if you think I should get the T8 or T10 for the MM7055 down there, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you want to keep up with these videos, because I do have a lot more planned, please subscribe, and don't forget to like. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later.